Hello, first year students. How are you? I hope all of you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I'm also fine. Uh, you know, I'm Rabiul Hussein, your English teacher. Today, I'm going to discuss about a new topic, and that is describing graphs or charts. Today, I will mainly focus on the easy tips and techniques of describing graph chart. To the most of the students, describing graph chart is a name of horror. It is the most complicated topics that is given in your English first paper syllabus. So try to be attentive what I am trying to say. You see, when the students heard the name of graph chart, they become very afraid. They get frightened when they heard the name of graph chart. So think the image as yourself. Okay, imagine yourself. So before going to overall discussion, you have to know about what types of graph charts are usually set in the examination. Okay. If you analyze previous year's question of different boards, you will see that in the question paper, there are three types of graph charts are usually set in the examination. One is bar graph or bar chart. Second one is pie chart. And third one is line graph. Okay, let us have some basic idea about these types of graphs. First one is bar graph or bar chart. You see, a bar graph or chart is a graphical display. It is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. That is to say, in a bar graph or bar chart, different types of data are presented using bars of different heights. That means that in a bar graph, different types of data will be presented using different types of bars of different heights. Okay, have a look. This is the diagram of bar chart or bar graph. You see, different types of bars of different heights are used in a bar graph. Okay, this is the graphical display of data using different types of data. Have a look. Okay, I think you have got my point. So this is the graphical display of bar graph. And come to next one, that is pie chart. A pie chart is a type of graph in which a circle is divided into sectors that each represent a proportion of the whole. That is to say, in a pie chart is basically a circle, and which is divided into different sectors. A circle is divided into different sectors, different sections or different parts, and each section represent a proportion of the whole. Each section represent a part of the whole. Have a look on this screen. You see, this is the graphical display of pie chart. This is the diagram of pie chart. You see, this is a circle. This is a circle, and the circle is divided into different sections, different parts. Have a look. There are 6 sections: section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5, section 6. And each section, each part represent a part of the whole circle. Okay, each section represent a proportion of the whole circle. Okay, so you see, this is the graphical display of pie chart. Okay, come to next one, that is line graph. A line graph is a type of graph with different points connected by lines to show how something changes in value. So in a line graph, different types of points, different points are used, and these points are connected. These points are connected by lines. So in a line graph, you will see different points, and these points will be connected by using lines. Have a look. This is the graphical display of line graph. You see there are 4 points. Point 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 points are connected together by using a line. Different points are connected together by using what? Using line. So this is the graphical display of line graph. Okay, come to our main topic, that is graph chart writing tips and techniques. I mainly develop 8 steps for my students to describe graph chart. Okay, this is a technique developed by me. Basically, these types of techniques will help you to describe graph chart. Follow me. 8 steps of describing graphs or charts. Step 1, visualizing the diagram. When you will get the question paper in your hand, you have to visualize the diagram. Okay, the diagram which is set in the question paper, you have to visualize it. You have to understand whether the given diagram is pie chart or bar graph or bar chart or line graph. So after getting the question paper in your hand, you have to visualize the diagram. You have to find out whether it is pie chart or whether it is bar chart or whether it is line graph. Okay, come to next step, that is step 2, giving an eye-catching title. When you are going to start writing graph chart, your first and foremost duty is to give an eye-catching title. So now the question is, where will you get the title? Don't worry, you will get the title in the question paper. Have a look. So this is the diagram are usually set in the question paper. The graph below shows the number of people living below the poverty line from 2000 to 2010. Describe the graph in 150 words. You should highlight and summarize the information given in the graph. So this is the graph. This is the graph given in the question paper, and this is the overall question. Overall question. Okay. So from this question paper, from this question, you will get the title, and the title is the number of people living below the poverty line. Okay. So don't worry about the title. You will get the title. You will find the title in the question paper. Come to step 3. Begin stating the subject matter using a strong reporting verb. So after writing down the title or after writing the headline, you have to mention the subject matter, or you have to begin stating the subject matter using a strong reporting verb. This is very important. The very first sentence of the graph chart should include the subject matter. So at the very outset of your writing of the graph chart, you have to mention the topic. You have to mention the subject matter using a strong reporting verb. So you have to use a strong reporting verb like describe, focus, explain, discuss, illustrate, represent, show, state, etc. You can use any of the reporting verbs in the very first sentence. This will make the topic sentence of the graph chart clear, concise, and impressive as well. So in the very first sentence of your graph chart, if you mention the subject matter using a strong reporting verb, this will ultimately make your graph chart very impressive to the teacher. So if you can impress the teacher from the very beginning, you will get good marks, no doubt. You know that there is a good deal in the first impression. So you have to impress the teacher at the very beginning. Okay, come to next step, that is step 4, that is indicating rise or fall. So visualizing the question paper, you have to understand whether the number or percentage given in the graph, whether it is rising or falling. Have a look. Suppose this is your question paper, this is your question, and this is the bar chart set in the question paper. So try to understand, is it rising or falling? I think you have got my point. You see, in 2000 the number is 44, in 2004 the number is 35, in 2008 the number is 32.5, in 2010 the number is 28.5. So you can very easily comprehend whether it is rising or falling. Yes, it is falling. So in step 4, you have to indicate whether the graph chart is rising or falling. In step 5, writing about the highest and lowest point. In step 5, you have to write about the highest point and lowest points. Okay, have a look. So this is your question paper. This is your question based on graph chart. So from this graphical display, you can very easily say that which one is the highest point and which one is the lowest point. Okay, so you see, this is the highest point, this one is highest, and this one is lowest. So from the graph or from the chart, you can very easily say which one is the highest point and which one is the lowest point. Come to step 6, that is describing all significant points. After finding out the highest point and lowest point, you have to describe all significant points used in the graph. So you see, there are 4 points. How many points are there? There are 4 points. One is 2000, 2004, 2008, 2010. So you have to describe all the significant points. Come to step 7, that is analyzing trends, making comparison and contrast. In step 7, you have to mention the similarity and dissimilarity, analyzing trends. That means that you have to make a compare and contrast. You have to make a compare and contrast using different bars or different charts. Have a look. This is your question paper. So you see, there are 4 bars. There are 4 bars, and you have to make contrast. You have to make contrast. You have to differentiate between these bars. You see, you can make a contrast in between 2000 and 2004, or 2004 and 2008, or 2008 or 2010. You can compare any two. Okay, come to last step, that is step 8, predicting future developments of the diagram. So finally, you have to say, you have to predict the future development of the diagram. That is to say, whether it is falling or rising, whether it is increasing or decreasing. Have a look. After visualizing the diagram, you have to say at the very end of your writing whether the diagram will be increasing or will be decreasing. You see, in 2000 the number is 44, in 2004 the number is 35, in 2008 the number is 32.5, in 2010 the number is 28.5. So no doubt it is decreasing, it is falling. So at the very end of your writing, you have to predict the future development of the diagram. Okay, thank you so much. I honestly request you to follow these tips and techniques. If you follow these tips and techniques, you can very easily describe any type of graph chart. You can very easily analyze any type of graph charts, basically set in the question paper. Okay, thank you.